Hey, I just woke up. She said she does not snore. So, hold on a minute. I think she snores. So, I'm gonna get this computer stuff done, and I'm gonna go downstairs, drink coffee with Bob, and talk to him for a little while. So, meet you downstairs. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, guys.
Obviously, I'm not knocking them.
I'm in a bad spot here. There we go. Okay, let me get you in here too. I forgot last night about getting we were kind of in a rush. I did got my timer on. We're not eating. We're just talking. So we got a timer talks. We have to leave to go to the smorgasbord deal. But last night, how did everything go? I mean,
I think it went well. The Infinitos has been very positive. That's the only location I've ever been to, but for whatever reason, they're crazy into making sure we get as much as possible. And while the whole idea was concept was you and I to film 114 pieces, a couple other pros showed up, Josh and Sean, and they ate at the table next to us. And the Infinitos took care of them just as well as they took care of us.
I was surprised. Like, man, I'm all in the sun. I'm sorry.
Well, it was, they kept the pizza filled up pretty good for the amount of other customers in there. Like, we would go through and just take whole pizzas, and instantly there'd be another pizza. The only problem I have with that is sometimes they would replace the pizza. You're like, oh man, I'd rather have the pizza.
I did that.
They just replaced it with.
First one. I did it. It said fresh pepperoni.
I just got 2 full plates.
So, but I had a really good time. It was a really good place. Except the hurricane that came through. But we kept on through. We just kept on eating.
That was the lights. The lights are flickering. I'm sure you'll see that if you watch the video. And It was a little bit concerning because honestly, I was being a little bit self-centered, thinking, I hope they have enough pizzas already cooked for us to get to 114.
That's what I said.
Let's go out.
Enough out there already. Yeah. But I do really appreciate them. And I told them last night too. I said, hey, if you want to watch the full version, watch mine. If you like to fast forward to stuff, because you're probably gonna fast forward yours. You're not gonna put a whole hour and a half video out.
No, it'll be 8 to 10 minutes probably.
Wow, how can you do that?
The magic of fast forwarding.
Okay, well.
So that's why it's great that Brandon's here, because we do different formats. And everybody has their own thing. And sometimes I release full videos, and sometimes I don't. Like I did the 112-pound hamburger. I have different angles the whole time, not 1 second sped up, because in that one, I didn't think people were going to believe we actually ate that massive burger, because I don't believe we ate it. I mean, I was there, and it's unbelievable that we ate it.
I say 112, people's like 112, like I messed up.
They didn't 112. What is that? Some type of metric thing, or it's like no, it's 112 pounds. It was so big, that pizza, that now we're going to go over our 5 minutes, but we had a 1 round table put on, and if it wasn't dead center, I think that table would have just gone right over.
Yeah, that was our Thanksgiving for that year. That was 2 years ago. Because it wasn't last year, it was the year before.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. So, that happened. And there's something I was going to talk about, but I thought you had a phone call last night. Like,
no, actually,
I thought you was joking. Like, hey,
first time ever this has happened to me anyway. I don't know if you're going to know what happened on the video because I didn't say, but an Infinitos employee came up and handed me the phone, and she didn't know the difference between Brandon and I.
We look the same.
So obviously we get that a lot, but it was a call for Brandon. So I got the phone and it's like, Brandon, I was told to call this number to get Brandon Clark. And when I finally figured out what he was saying, I handed it to Brandon, and it sounded like a young, like say 15, 16-year-old boy.
Like that.
And I handed it to Brandon, and I guess he chickened out and hung up, or didn't understand that he was getting passed, because it was so hard to hear him.
He was scared. Like, why was you scared? Maybe he was excited. He was excited.
He sounded really excited and wanted to talk to Brandon, but I have no idea why he would think that Brandon told him to call Infinitos.
I didn't. I said maybe they couldn't show up. I put my schedule out, so I'll probably at least the schedule's helping to show where I'm at.
Maybe he was like, sorry.
So I'm glad he even.
He commented probably saying he's going to come, and then maybe he wanted to tell you that. But it was strange that nothing wrong with Infinitos. They were so polite to give us their work phone to talk to this person.
But next time I'm going to tell, when I go in, I didn't know I was getting that big. And I'm not even up to 100,000 yet. And so I might tell, hey, please hold my calls here.
Yeah.
Or just tell them.
Just take a message.
Yeah. That's probably, to interrupt.
And then give it to your person. And then your person will screen the call. Whether you should.
Okay, well, it's been over 5 minutes, and I think you talked more than me this time.
I definitely did. Because I wanted to run out the clock so we could go to eat some breakfast.
But what are we doing today?
Today we're going to the Shady Maple Smorgasbord, one of the largest buffets. Anything to do with alive. I was asking them, I said, can they see this? And they're like, no.
I don't think so.
We're not even talking about what we're seeing. So it's just like, they're just looking at us, look at the computer.
Okay, guys.
Working, obviously. I'm not knocking them.
I'm in a bad spot here. There we go. Okay. Let me get you in here too. I forgot last night about getting we're kind of in a rush. I do got my timer on. We're not eating. We're just talking. So we got a timer talks. We have to leave to go to the smorgasbord deal. But last night, how did everything go? I mean,
I think it went well. The Infinitos has been very positive. That's the only location I've ever been to, but for whatever reason, they're crazy into making sure we get as much as possible. And while the whole idea concept was you and I to film 114 pieces, a couple other pros showed up, Josh and Sean, and they ate at the table next to us. And the Infinitos took care of them just as well as they took care of us.
I was surprised. Like, man, I'm all in the sun. I'm sorry.
Well, it was, they kept the pizza filled up pretty good for the amount of other customers in there. Like, we would go through and just take whole pizzas, and instantly there'd be another pizza. The only problem I have with that is sometimes they would replace the pizza. You're like, oh man, I'd rather have the pizza.
I did that.
They just replaced it with.
First one. I did it. It said fresh pepperoni.
I just got 2 full plates.
So, but I had a really good time. It was a really good place. Except the hurricane that came through. But we kept on through. We just kept on eating.
That was the lights. The lights are flickering. I'm sure you'll see that if you watch the video. And it was a little bit concerning because honestly, I was being a little bit self-centered, thinking, I hope they have enough pizzas already cooked for us to get to 114.
That's what I said.
The lights go out.
Enough out there already. But I do really appreciate them. And I told them last night too. I said, hey, if you want to watch the full version, watch mine. If you like to fast forward to stuff, because you're probably gonna fast forward yours. You're not gonna put a whole hour and a half video out.
No, it'll be 8 to 10 minutes probably.
Wow, how can you do that?
The magic of fast forwarding.
Okay, well.
So that's why it's great that Brandon's here, because we do different formats. And everybody has their own thing. And sometimes I release full videos, and sometimes I don't. Like I did the 112-pound hamburger. I have different angles the whole time, not 1 second sped up, because in that one, I didn't think people were going to believe we actually ate that massive burger, because I don't believe we ate it. I mean, I was there, and it's unbelievable that we ate it.
I say 112, people's like, 112, like I messed up.
Then 112, what? Is that some type of metric thing? Or, it's like, no, it's 112 pounds. It was so big, that pizza, that now we're going to go over our 5 minutes, but we had a 1 round table put on, and if it wasn't dead center, I think that table would have just gone right over.
Yeah, that was our Thanksgiving for that year. That was 2 years ago. Because it wasn't last year, it was the year
No,
before.
yeah, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happened. And there's something I was going to talk about, but Anna, I thought you had a phone call last night. Like,
No, actually,
somebody, I thought you was joking. Like, hey,
first time ever this has happened to me anyway. I don't know if you're gonna know what happened on the video because I didn't say, but an Infinitos employee came up and handed me the phone, and she didn't know the difference between Brandon and I.
we look the same.
So obviously we get that a lot, but it was a call for Brandon. So I got the phone and it's like, Brandon, I was told to call this number to get Brandon Clark. And when I finally figured out what he was saying, I handed it to Brandon, and it sounded like a young, like say 15, 16-year-old boy.
Like that.
And I handed it to Brandon, and I guess he chickened out and hung up, or didn't understand that he was getting passed because it was so hard to hear him.
He sounded scared. Like, why are you scared? Maybe he was excited. He was excited.
He sounded really excited and wanted to talk to Brandon, but I have no idea why he would think that Brandon told him to call Infinitos.
I didn't. I said maybe they couldn't show up. I put my schedule out, so I'll probably at least the schedule's helping to show where I'm at.
Maybe he was like, sorry.
So I'm glad he even.
He commented probably saying he's going to come, and then maybe he wanted to tell you that. But it was strange that nothing wrong with Infinitos. They were so polite to give us their work phone to talk to this person.
But next time I'm going to tell when I go in, I didn't know I was getting that big. And I'm not even up to 100,000 yet. And so I might tell, hey, please hold my calls here.
Yeah.
Or just tell them.
Just take a message next time.
That's probably, they interrupt.
And then give it to your person. And then your person will screen the call. Whether you should.
Okay, well, it's been over 5 minutes, and I think you talked more than me this time.
I definitely did. Because I wanted to run out the clock so we could go to eat some breakfast.
But what are we doing today?
Today we're going to the Shady Maple Smorgasbord, one of the largest buffets, not attached to something like attached to it inside a big casino. This is just a standalone buffet. What Brandon and Tasha are going to think is in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of what's called Pennsylvania Dutch country. So it's predominantly an order called Mennonites, which are very similar to the Amish. But if you're going to say the scale, they're a little bit more progressive than Amish folks, but yet very, very conservative for us. So we'll see a bunch of buggies driven by horses. We'll see people on bicycles, people on scooters, maybe people on rollerblades, because generally they do not have cars for transportation. Although there is a window, a very small window, when the boys are legal driving age, they have to decide whether they're going to stay with the church or leave the church. I forget that term.
Do Amish do that too? They can leave to the. I saw that on TV before, where they leave. They go on like a weekend out.
Well, they're allowed to own cars. The Mennonites do. I don't know about the Amish because I lived with the Mennonites.
Okay.
So they're allowed to own a car
for a day.
No, they can't keep it at their farm though.
Wow.
Like I could own a car, keep it at your farm, and your parents would
go ahead. Yeah, if you want to buy a car, put it on my farm.
Let me
put on my link to.
But your parents would let me keep it. Now you couldn't drive my car, right? But I could drive my car.
But you're gonna keep it at my barn.
Well, you can't keep it because that would be too convenient. So I had to somehow get to your house. It's the whole convenience factor.
Oh.
So it's really inconvenient for me to go over to your farm to get my car. So I wouldn't just be going out for.
It'll come at night.
But then you go and they go places, and then say they went to Atlantic City, they would get a sticker that said Atlantic City,
like a Boy Scout badge,
just a regular sticker, like a commercial sticker. So stay with me right now.
Okay.
Then they decide whether they want to leave the faith or stay. Most people stay in the faith, but when they stay in the faith, they have to get rid of their car. So then they get a buggy, and by Pennsylvania law, you have to have a reflective triangle on the back of your buggy for safety. So when a car comes up, they can see it. So if we are fortunate enough to see a buggy today, you look inside that triangle, and there's going to be stickers.
Okay.
So if you see a sticker of Atlantic City, you know the boy that owns that, it's going to be a man that owns that buggy. When he was making his decision whether to stay in the faith or not, he went to Atlantic City. You can see the path he took while he was deciding to say that. Now that's a Mennonite. Mennonites are more progressive, but you would not consider them progressive in any way. I mean, they're very, very conservative. They generally grow crops like tobacco.
Yeah, I saw that one last time.
Which is very intensive. It's labor intensive. So you don't necessarily want to you can't run an equipment through and harvest the tobacco. You have to go out by hand to harvest the tobacco. So it puts them in a better position to be able to market their goods. Now they'll grow corn and stuff and cantaloupe and sell it on the side of the road, but they generally are going to be super conservative. And now we're way over the 5 minutes.
Hey, you're like me.
I wanted to get that out there. There's misconceptions.
Well, I like history. I like history.
And I'm neither, but my grandparents had a house in the middle of Mennonites.
Yeah.
And they had a situation where people came up to their house and ran inside their house while they were in the house.
Because they can't drive cars.
Well, no, they started carrying the furniture out of the house. Some people started carrying their furniture out of the house.
Oh, yeah?
Instantaneously. And they're like, what's going on? Like, your house is on fire.
Oh, wow.
And other people were trying to put out the fire. So they're like really community oriented, like massive. If you're a neighbor.
Like Star Trek, when they had the Borg thing, they all come into.
Yeah, it's weird because, I mean, they had to like ride a buggy and run up to this house because my grandfather was on 9 acres. So it wasn't like it was like my next door neighbor. You just go help.
When I hear Mennonite, my body's like defensive because it seems strong, like it's a superhero type thing, like Mennonite. I mean, we say Amish, it's like, oh. But Mennonite's like, wow, that seems like...
What's a little weird? So my wife and I would sit in the back of our house at the picnic table and have a picnic. This is the last story.
No, go ahead.
And now, when you have 9 acres, you expect, in the woods, you expect some privacy.
Yeah.
You know, you're not used to seeing people. And we would have families of Mennonites walk within 4 feet of our picnic table, just cutting through our property.
Because they don't own cars. You got to take the shortest route.
And we're like, at first, like, hey, what's going on, you know? And then you come to understand they view land as God's land.
Oh.
So you don't own land.
Oh, really? They just say, they didn't make their own rules up.
It's God's land. So they're just walking on God's land.
So you're going to drive through their property?
Across. So we had to have a little re-education. Well, because we stocked their pond, and I fed my fish every morning. I would go out and throw food in for the trout, and they would hit it like piranhas because they were like pets. So we didn't want fishing and hunting on our property because we had apple trees, and the deer would come on our property and eat all the apples because they would just fall to the ground. We didn't use the apples, but so we had a lot. We were like, whoa, hold on a second. You can come through the property, but no fishing, no hunting anywhere on our property. You can't take any deer or fox or whatever. Just because that's where it was. And I also didn't want somebody hunting. No. 9 acres isn't a lot of property. It sounds like a ton, but
got a gun,
not when you're pointing the gun. A lot of that time is pointing towards the house, you know, and I don't want that.
So what happened? Did they go ahead and...
They learned to respect me. We had some battles, but every non-Mennonite...
It was like Thanksgiving, like... You had a picnic table back there too? It's not like Thanksgiving, you could have...
Yeah. We could have tried to mend the fences. We weren't antagonistic. It was just different cultures, and nowhere on earth had I ever heard of this God's land concept. And
that's how they was raised, and that's how.
Well, that's how it was for them. So the people that weren't Mennonite that moved into the area always had to come to some type of terms with this God's land, like
because they wasn't budging, are they? They're not budging.
Well, no, The Mennonites would work with you if you got upset with them. You know, they didn't want the conflict. But we knew people.
So you buy a big dog or something?
No. We knew people in town that had a dog.
Yeah.
But they were on the path to the meeting house because they don't have churches. They have buildings that they meet at to then kind of do their church service.
Okay.
But it's not a dedicated church per se. They were on the path that a lot of the Mennonites took, but they got a dog. They fenced in their yard to keep the dog from getting, so they could just open the door, the dog go out.
Okay.
You know, not like a Trump wall.
When they see him coming, or they just don't.
Well, so then the Mennonites couldn't cross the properties, and then they were like yelling, like, you can't fence off God's land. And they're like, we're letting our dog out back. Like, we're having a fence.
They're trying to be code enforcement too? Yeah. Like, hey, but you can't do this on your property.
It was just weird. But actually, Pennsylvania law, if you have a path, if you walk on a certain property for so many years, they can't fence it off by Pennsylvania law.
Well, it's like 15 years. It's like a lot of years.
Yeah, so there's like a train station there, and I cut across that common ground every day for 15 years to catch the train. All of a sudden, they can't put a fence in that common ground.
You say, hey, stop this train at this time. You cannot have a train blocking this track in God's land at this time.
No, but honestly, they were very, very good neighbors once you everybody had to come to terms.
Once you did what
and they
they
had
said.
to deal with us too. Like, as far as, if my wife didn't dress the way their women dressed. So, they respected that, they didn't yell at her for dressing a different way. You know what I mean?
She dressed?
She just dressed like an average person, but she wasn't like wearing dark clothes.
Oh, they'll wear all like grays, blacks. And
yeah. You know what?
I would think they're Gothic then.
I think this is something great to dive into at the breakfast table.
Okay.
Why don't we explore this further at the breakfast table?
Okay, because it's been almost 14 minutes.
Right, I'm just getting
You're beating me at eating and talking today.
No, Tasha was definitely giving me.
Okay.
We're going way too long.
We got a thing. Go, stop recording. Go, stop recording.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Feast is the spot. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine. Drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, our feet in the water, our top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron, or a beer in a cup. We all get to dance and I get to chancing, kissing that country girl, romancing, a whole lot of love, bumping out of the box. Yeah, we're on a boat, we're feeling fine. Drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk, meet the big blue sky. We live it up, we got it down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. And I'm falling for a small town girl. So kiss me, darling, rock my world, rock my world, rock my world. Yeah, now it's a hell. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine. Drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. Hell of a time. It's a hell of a time. Oh, hell of a time.
Well, I hope you enjoyed these scenic views on the way here and the music. We are pulling up now, and I had to show you that this reminds me of like a funeral home, like the big awning there. But this is a big buffet called Shady Maple Smorgasbord. It seats around 1,200 to 1,500 people. We are going to be walking in here pretty soon. There is the name. I guess it says Shady Maple Banquets as well. It's a banquet hall, but I think they do have other museums in here of artwork, but it was closed due to the virus, so they didn't have that open. That is downstairs there, I believe. But if you look at the video in the next couple of days from this video, I will have a lot in the end of it, of the buffet that we actually ate at when we did the video. But at the end of the video, I will have a lot of music in there with pictures, detailed pictures. You'll see a couple in here as we walk in. It is like 3D, so with the 4K camera, hopefully it picks it up good. With the lighting, the lighting's dim in here, and the GoPro doesn't work as well. Yes, I had to do some card placement, but as we was walking in here, I noticed that this was a life size, a big one here. That's what she said. But when I was here doing the buffet this day, I went ahead and got detailed real close-ups of all these pictures. So please, if you want to see that, I will put it at the end of the buffet video that we did. So let me shut up and yeah, there's some more. Okay, let me shut up and I will get to the rest of this vlog. Hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I am editing this video. And I really do thank you guys for watching. Yes, I was really intrigued with these paintings. I really liked them. Okay. Well, guys, for some reason the microphone is not working right now, but I would just like to tell you what I think I'm saying here. We had a really good time at the buffet. We enjoyed Bob's company. Tasha and I enjoyed all the food here. And we was very, very excited. Well, I was very, very excited because the receipt says positively no tips. The money is already included in the pay of the buffet. So that was something that was very, very appreciative of myself. No tips. I was really wanting to, but since they said that, I chose not to. And if you know me, guys, I'm a fan of bridges, tunnels, and trains, so I like to take videos of those. We are on the way to this, I think it's called B.O.B.'s. It is a grocery store of all discounted foods, and I think almost all the food in there is expired or, well, sell by date. So it is very, very cheap. We're on the way, so we'll put some more music in, let you see the sights on the way there, and we'll talk to you when we get in the store. Okay, we are here shopping at the B&B's or BB's. We're noticing a lot of prices. This one here I can understand. This is a limited edition crunch box. It's crunched up and there's tape all on it to tape it up. But they have a lot of prices here, which I didn't understand because Walmart sells, I just bought, if you saw that review, it's $11 online. It's like Walmart sells it for $11. And it is a Twinkie cereal. And I'm wondering why, but this one's the same box. This one's only $1. This one's $1.75. But for $1.75, that is freaking amazing when Walmart, a bigger chain store, selling it for that high of a price. Then I went to Philadelphia. They had it for $2.80, but this store is even cheaper. We also got, Tasha has some vanilla banana pudding. We have a birthday cake that we're going to do with the tropical whatever. Oh, look at that, nutter butter. And all these are like $2 and under. So, and they have a Sour Patch. We already did that for, didn't we? Yeah, we did that one. That was only $1. Look at that, $1. Oh, look. Oh, these are online. These are online for $25 on eBay. And you can get them for $1 here. I'm getting all of them. Guys, I gotta get on eBay, do some research, because I'm getting all they have. They're going for $25 on eBay. $15 to $25. I got it for $1. I'm about to scream. Gotta go. GoPro, stop recording.
But I'm thinking, look at the dates on it.
Oh, GoPro, stop recording. Okay, we found out why they were so cheap. They are out of date. So I guess the online Walmart sold them here because they're out of date there, and they didn't sell them all because they sold us one on the Walmart.com. Well, I guess it's still packaged, so it's not been open. We're going to still do a taste test on them for $1 a box.
30-year-old can good.
Yeah, for $1 a box. I mean, so it's okay. It's her justification that we can eat these since I'm eating old canned goods. Hey. Okay. Well, we're going to do a little more shopping, and I'll catch you outside to tell you all what we got. Okay, guys, I know I was going to tell you I was going to talk to you outside, but I was so excited to show you this. I had to tell you this. I think they're a fan of Miracle Whip, and I am too. I rather have Miracle Whip than mayo, but look at this. This is what I'm talking about. How much is it? I think I'm gonna get a whole thing of this. For how much?
$3.99.
That is only $3.99, guys. And usually where we're at in Memphis,
Like
this is $5.99 usually. So yes, I'm getting a couple tubs of that. We should have brought the car rack. Wow.
The bars I was looking for. They had like 4 of those bins last time I was there.
Okay, guys, we got cereal, bunches of cereal. We got some gum. I found some Mexican gum. It was lime. First lime gum I've ever had. It had lemon too, so I can have lemon lime if I want. It was $4 for a freaking $1 for the big pack, so that was a good deal. And the guy had to get the Miracle Whip. I do want to tell you, this is the first store I've been to throughout this whole epidemic that they had cleaned the conveyor belt. Never, and where you put you write your receipt, your sign your receipt for your credit card, they clean that off every time too. So I was going to make sure to tell the lady that was a cashier, and I said, you're the first store, and you're the first store that I will let know that did that on Google Maps, because I do Google Maps as well.
Yeah, everybody left those.
How's your of Star Wars?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Okay, but is there? What's this Mennonite thing? Is it they get electricity in that store, so they don't own? Well, Mennonites, can they have electricity?
They have electricity, sure.
Oh, so I'm thinking Amish.
I think all the Amish I know have electricity.
Oh, well, there's different stages of Amish, right?
Well, so you have Christianity, and then Protestants are under Christianity. Then under Protestants, there's different ones like Luther that follows Martin Luther. And these people just kept breaking down. So, like Amish and Mennonite are related, but they're different. Like Presbyterian and Lutheran are different forms of Protestantism, which claim they are forms of Christianity.
But different forms of Amish and Mennonites, they have their own beliefs too about electricity and
so
stuff.
there's like probably 20 or 30. One didn't believe in procreation.
Okay.
So obviously that group, sort of people coming into the group, that group had no children though, because they didn't believe in that.
Okay.
So obviously that group no longer is around.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have kids and people didn't keep joining the group.
Okay.
So there's tons of different groups.
Because we actually had distant relatives that couldn't watch TV. I think on the weekends they could. So there's there's rules, there's groups and groups and groups, like breaks down, because some of them can't do it all, some of them can just do on a weekend, like moderation, and there's some that can't, that.
Well, my grandparents' maid didn't have a TV in her house, but she was allowed to watch TV. So that's why she watched TV at lunch, because it was something she couldn't do at home. Mm-hmm. It's more of the convenience of the modern world. They do away with a lot of the conveniences.
Okay.
They don't have a problem with you visiting your neighbor. They don't want you to have a car to visit your neighbor. So you either walk there, you ride a bike or a scooter, or something that's a powered push pedal scooter, not like a razor scooter, not electric scooter.
So I think what I would do was go see my neighbor while they go see me, and then we can watch TV all day. Like, hey, I'm waiting for them to come back. I'm just kind of joking, but I probably would do loopholes like that. I would find the loopholes if I would be a rebellious, probably. But we're about to go to the house, download all this footage. I don't know, maybe relax for a second or two, and then we'll find out what we're doing later. So that would be that. I don't know what to do right now, but head back to the house and use the restroom.
That's Morgantown.
I don't know what to say after that, guys. There's nothing to say after that. GoPro, stop recording. All right, we are back here at Bob's. We are, I'm not eating, but I did try some of this frozen lemonade.
Frosted lemonade.
Frosted lemonade. I didn't know what it was. She said, here, try it. And it hits you right here, like a lymph node, so whatever you call them. But it's okay. But we went to Walmart's, a couple of Walmart's, and we found some good deals. 50 cents for some gingerbread house-looking things. She found one the other day, a jumbo one for only $1.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna put that together.
Decorate. We can do the ones where we decorate.
Like a mukbang or something.
I guess. And probably give the others to some kids or something.
Yeah. So Bob's in there editing his video that goes out tomorrow. He's not like me, and I don't know how. He still has fingernails, but I can't. Some other eaters I know that they edit their videos just a day or two before. I'll get. I don't know. I will. You don't know me. I'll come unglued. I have to do mine like 10 freaking days. Already having scheduled out, like 10 videos already. So I would go crazy. But I am going to be doing a challenge tomorrow. After the buffet today, I didn't have anything today, but just a little bit of this. I'm probably gonna drink more fluids. But tomorrow I have a smaller pancake challenge to do at Anna Marie's place. That's over here in Royersford, PA. And then we're gonna head on out to Pittsburgh to do a challenge later on at about 8 p.m. That is a big burger at Sidelines Bar and Grill. And then we're headed the next day. I think we're going to be in, Kentucky, Jeffersontown, Kentucky. Chubby Ray's doing a Fat Freddy. I don't know the name of the thing, but we're going to do that. I'm glad I called them because they act like I called two people already and talked to them, but she didn't know anything about it. So I said, "Do you need me to call the day ahead of time?" "Oh no, we got you down. One of the managers right here." Like, I don't know how many managers they got, but I'm going to call it a day ahead of time anyway. So I'm going to call tomorrow and make sure it's still okay. And then Nashville maybe the next day. And I think I don't think have anything planned on that day. Because today's what, 16th? So that's 17th, 18th. So the 19th we'll be headed home anyway.
Oh,
So we're going to go through Nashville, but we can do something, if you find something to do.
mm-hmm.
And then she has to go to work. So she's probably going to sleep half the way through Nashville so she can go to work. She has a real job. So we got to be back by that evening. And then we're going to hopefully close on this house. So by the time you're seeing this, we might close on the house. But then I got my t-shirts in. So by the time you're seeing this, I have my gold, green, and gray hoodies, the gray and black jackets, have all those in. So if you want to order those, they're on the website. And I'm shipping them all off on the 4th of December. And I think this is coming out almost around that time too. So, okay, well, I'm going to call it quits tonight. And other than that, I will see you in the morning, and Bob, Tasha, and I will be headed to Anna Marie's place. So I would say anything else you want to say, but there's nothing. I just talk and she just stares at it. Nothing to say, nothing, like stuff that you wanted to do that you couldn't, or?
No, I'm happy with the stuff that we did. Because really this wasn't a go
Like a trip.
sightsee.
It's a
yeah,
business
like a trip.
trip.
It's like a business trip. So you squeeze in stuff here and there when you can. But looking up stuff, especially how things are now, a lot of stuff is closed because of because of COVID and everything. So a lot of stuff you had to have. They only have it open to like a certain capacity or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of the stuff that I looked up to do, I think they were closed. Because I think here they're also, I don't know if they did or not, but they were thinking about shutting the city back down for COVID restrictions. So, I mean, we were kind of out, but not like that. I'm not mad at it though.
But we did do you said safari?
Yeah, we did the safari. Like stuff that wasn't like big crowds of people. Yeah. I'm fine with that right now. So when everything gets back to normal, we can come back and do stuff. I don't know how much of a normal stuff we can get back to. You made Max mad.
Nope.
I don't know how much of a normal everything is gonna get back to or how soon, but we'll see. And tomorrow, I think my sister and Rosie wants Steelers memorabilia. So they're supposed to be sending me their list of things that they want and money to get.
They're sending it tonight, or?
They can cash app it, right?
Well, I mean, they're sending the list tonight, what they want.
Yeah, I got to remind. Because she told me let her know.
Some terrible kind of rag, like a bad rag or something, like something torn up rag. It's a terrible rag. Is that what they call it?
Terrible towel.
Terrible towel. It's terrible. Is it just because you're being mean to the other team and not to score or something? Is that what is a terrible towel? I bet you Bob knows. What's a terrible towel?
It's kind of like a rally towel, they'll weight it.
So they don't try to block, like say, annoy somebody, so they don't make a field goal or something.
They do that too, but they weight it, it's just like a rally.
Okay. Bob's in his office working, and I bother him. I just had to ask, but yes, it's like a rally towel. So you guys already know, I'm not big into to sports. I never really got into football. Really, I did baseball, but okay. I just know the number one fan hand, the big foam fan hand. But they got those in all of them.
Yeah, everybody got that.
Everybody. Well, I saw them on the baseball because that's what I watched. But I never heard a terrible rag. I only said rag because it's not a rag, it's a towel. Okay, well, I'm going to shut this down and download this video, and we will see you in...
I'm glad Bob likes the stalker cookies.
Oh, yeah, Bob's been eating the stalker cookies. So there's another bag here. He's been only snacking on a couple since we've been eating. He would already probably had them all gone if we hadn't been doing stuff.
Gone.
So, but other than that, let me... shut this off, and I will see you guys in the morning.
Start selling stalker cookies.
Start there. Oh yeah, I think so. On the website, eventually they're going to be butter cookies, aka stalker cookies. So that would be a good thing. Once we get the health department license and everything squared away, we're going to get you guys about gooey butter cakes, banana breads, pickles, all kind of stuff. Okay, but we're going to have to square stuff away with the health department and get everything in order. So. GoPro, stop recording. Hey, thanks for watching the video again, and if you could please subscribe if you haven't already and hit the notification bell to get notified of all the videos. Hit the like button. The more you like the videos, the more it gets shared over the internet, so that would really help me out. I will ask you to stay tuned. If you haven't visited my website yet, please visit my website, and you can see frequently asked questions and merch and see how to order merch and everything like that. Okay. Here is the website. If you haven't been here already, you just go to www.DaGarbageDisposalStore.com. Here are the categories up top. Here's a question and comment form. It goes straight to my email if you have any problems with it. The first one here is the merch. If you ever wanted to order merch from me, I made it a lot easier. Everything is on here. This is the limited edition shirt right here that I'm scrolling over. That is the gray. I only have a couple left in that one, but it'll all be on this site. Once they're out of this site, then I don't have them anymore. But here are the hoodies. I have the gray hoodies and jackets coming. That's be December 2020. So anytime after that, I'll definitely have them in stock for you. I am doing these the pre-order here probably the end of October 2020. So you can pre-order those if you like. I have masks, aprons, stickers, and then the black shirts. Other than that, on this front page, I do have videos, like the first 5 recorded challenges I've ever done, throwback bad acting, most delicious challenges, biggest challenges solo and as teams, bloopers, and magical food tricks. You'll have to click on it to see what that's about. If you want to ever follow me on any of the links to Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter, Instagram, it's all here. This is my email right here. So if you ever wanted to know my email, you just click that button and you can email me. All the Facebook, everything's right here. I have articles of how I got started with professional eating. This is the YouTube community news tab. You can go to the community news on YouTube and see what's going on over there. Events tab is the calendar of trips and everything. You can get whatever videos that's about to come out. You can see when they're about to be released. Frequently asked questions. I have a lot of frequently asked questions on there. I get asked frequently, so I put them on here so you can read. Amazon items I recommend. I'm going to say car items. I'm going to click car items. If you see my speed challenges, you will definitely know what this is right here. This is my car tray that I use for the food tray in the car. But I have all these I recommend. This is for my phone. So I have all this. I have the videos, the GoPros, and everything in different categories here. But if you scroll down to the bottom of this page, you can be in the now. You know what's going on. If you fill this out, you get a newsletter once a week, and then you get up to 5 a month. So I put 4 out once a week, and then 1 extra one during the month. There's something extra going on, a sale, or if I'm going on a trip.
But other than that, just fill that out. You'll get an email saying verify. You just click verify and you're good to go. You'll get all kind of goodies in your newsletter about what's going on, and you'll know more than what most people do. Probably know more than me. But other than that, guys, here is the cell phone. Again, I'm going to click the tablet. This is what it looks like on the tablet. Still about the same, but this is the phone where you have to click this little box on the right and you'll see all that frequently asked questions and merch and everything. So if you have any other questions, please go to the top left corner of the home. You'll see the question and comment and get with me. So I appreciate it very much and talk to you later.